Hi guys, today we're looking at the absolute value. So our learning intentions for today are by the end of this lesson, you will be able to explain that the modulus is the non-negative value of a number and solve equations using the modulus. The modulus is also called the absolute value. Okay, so the modulus or the absolute value is denoted by these two vertical lines and it means the given distance. So basically, if you see these two lines, it means that you are only taking the positive value, the scalar form. You're only looking at the size, not the sign. So the absolute value of 5 is 5. The absolute value of minus 5, we're only taking the positive value, so this works out as 5 as well. So the absolute value of minus 5 is 5. And then if we want to solve for the absolute value of 1 minus 6 plus 2, solve inside the vertical lines first. So 1 minus 6 plus 2 gives us minus 3. Then we find the absolute value of minus 3 and it's equal to 3. We can also find the absolute value using our calculator and using this ABS, the absolute value sign. Okay, so let's try another one. Using x is equal to 1 and y is equal to minus 6, investigate if the absolute value of x plus y is equal to the absolute value of x plus the absolute value of y. Okay, in this case, we substitute in our values for x and y. So in our left-hand side, we have the absolute value of 1 minus 6. And on the right-hand side, which gives us the absolute value of minus 5. And the absolute value of minus 5 is equal to 5. On the right-hand side, we have the absolute value of x plus the absolute value of y. This gives us the absolute value of 1 plus the absolute value of minus 6. This leaves us with 1 plus 6, which gives us 7. This means that the left-hand side is not equal to the right-hand side, and therefore the absolute value of x plus y is not equal to the absolute value of y. Please pause and take down these examples. Okay, let's try an example where we have to solve for an unknown value that is inside our modulus lines. We're given x plus 3 minus 4 equals 9. So that's the absolute value of x plus 3 minus 4 equals 9. So we want to find the value of x that will solve this equation. Now, the first thing you have to do is isolate the absolute value. So we want the modulus on one side of the equation and the numbers on the other. So I'm going to move my 4 across and I get the absolute value of x plus 3 equals 9 plus 4, which is 13. Okay, now we want to find the value of x that gives us a number 13. Remember that when you find the absolute value of a number, it will always make that value positive. So the absolute value of anything will always make that number positive. So to solve for this value of x, we must solve for the value of x that gives us plus 13 and the value of x that gives us minus 13. Because when we find the absolute value, it will make your answer positive. So you have to solve for two values of x. The value of x that gives you plus 13 and the value of x that gives you minus 13. So we solve for x plus 3 equals 13. And what does this value of x give us? Moving our 3 to our other side, we get x is equal to 13 minus 3, and x is equal to 10. So let's just show that we're correct here. So let's substitute 10 into our equation and see if we get 13. So substituting in 10 for x, I get 10 plus 3 equals 13. That means our absolute value of 13 equals 13. 13 equals 13. So we can see that our equation is correct. Okay, so we now need to find the other value of x that gives us minus 13. So we solve for the value of x that gives us a minus number, minus 13. Okay, so x plus 3 equals minus 13. This gives us x equals minus 13 minus 3, which gives us x is equal to minus 16. So let's check if this is right. So if I substitute this value into my equation, 16 plus 3 equals 13. This gives me the absolute value of minus 13 equals 13, which we know the absolute value of any number makes our value positive, and we can see we're correct. Okay, and let's look at the second method that we can use to solve for this value of x. So using the same equation, x plus 3, the absolute value of x plus 3 minus 4 equals 9. Okay, so again, we want to isolate our absolute value, which gives us the absolute value of x plus 3 equals 9 plus 4, which gives us the absolute value of x plus 3 equals 13. Now, we know we need to find two values of x, which will give us a number 13. The other way to do this, so method 2, is to square both sides of your equation, which removes the modulus notation. Okay, so to remove that modulus notation, you have to square both sides of your equation. So I have x plus 3 squared equals 13 squared. Expanding this gives us x squared plus 6x plus 9 equals 169. And now we're going to solve for our value of x. So move everything to one side of your equation, and we get x squared plus 6x plus 9 minus 169 equals 0. Adding together our like terms, we get x squared plus 6x minus 160 equals 0. We're now going to factorize our equation. So our factors of 160, which gives us 6, is 16 times 10. So our factors are x plus 16 and x minus 10. And solving for our value of x, we have x is equal to minus 16 and x is equal to 10. So here you can see that we're getting the same answer as our previous method. You do not need to know both methods. Pick whichever one you prefer. Personally, I prefer the second method, as students are more likely to forget to solve for the second way when you're changing the signs. So I think method 2 is preferable for these questions. Okay, let's look at another